the entertainment industry, especially the music industry, you're going to be hearing from the A&R man. What does A&R stand for, Mickey Stevenson? What does A&R mean?
Artist and repertoire.
Artist and repertoire. So an artist, I can understand. What's a repertoire?
The songs and the activity that we'll be dealing with.
So in this scenario, this is a musical artist that does performances, right?
Yes. Yes.
And their repertoire is everything under the sun that will help them and their career.
Absolutely.
And you've seen everything.
Yes.
Now that we got that
And
established,
that's putting it mildly.
that's sort of like the DNA of an A&R person, right? That no matter what it is, how it is, where, when, how, why, what, it's got to be dealt with by somebody. And you
So I have to find the artists, the writers, the producers, and put them all together and make hit records and build a personality.
here's the big thing, everyone. This is not a guy with just artists. This guy is with superstars. He helped Motown out of Detroit become Motown. He's got a book here. Mickey, Motown's first A&R man presents the A&R man. And this book alone, from the original handwritten manuscripts of William Mickey Stevenson, and transcribed by Ashley Stevenson. So, who kept records? Are you a good record keeper of your life?
Yeah. If I write it down, I'll keep it. If it stays in my head, I got problems.
And I'm meeting you through a beautiful event, and we'll talk more about the book. And we're going to talk about a show that you put together as well through Michelle, whose lovely pictures behind you, your wife, who I met both of you out at a Pasadena Hall event for our mutual friends, the happiest people in the world, I keep saying, the Faux Pal organization, who we've been friends with for over 20, 25 years. And I couldn't be any more blessed. So why were you there?
The artists were performing. They wanted me to be there. I'm doing a musical play, and I wanted to see what that energy's still there and all that, along with us being friends. And I make it a point to see if the talented people still carry that inner talent gift. You know what I mean? This is my point of view. All of us are given gifts, and in the gifts that we're given, the key is, do we recognize that and work with that? So, and I look at as an A&R man, which had no idea what that was till Barry told me. My gift was to hunt to see that in people, and that's very inspiring to me when I'm right. You know, they got it, and they still got it, and it never goes away. I mean, that's incredible. People ask me to come see them and whatever. I go with that in my head and in my thoughts. And when it clicks, it's an enjoyable feeling that those gifts are given to us. And you notice the smile on the faces of those who have it. It never leaves.
You
You with
feel
me?
your book.
Like the smile on your face is still there.
Well, forget about it. I'm a Motown guy. Played in a soul band in high school. I'm still a soul man. And I would say I learned maybe half of what I ever learned from the music of Motown, from the happiness of the songs that Diana Ross or the Four Tops or Stevie Wonder.
I'm Mickey Williams Stevens, who was one of the first people that I met when I came to Motown.
Yeah, Mickey!
Would perform the words alone, because these were not just la 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 hoo 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 hee hee hee. These were words that had some meaning to life, right?
Yes.
How did that happen? I mean, and why did it happen?
I said these are gifts. And when a writer, including myself, and I found much better writers than me, when they start their songs and saying certain things, you could tell those words came from their hearts or experiences, not just things to say. You know what I mean? And you find yourself caught up in the lyrics, and you've had some of that same experience some kind of way. So it comes alive as opposed to just making statements and humming tunes. So I look for those things, and it's a joy. So once it's there, you hear it, it stays with you. Other artists had the same thing, not just Motown, but we had a pocket of them. We had a whole group of them. But you could hear the song, and then you'll walk away and do something else, and those lines will come in your head again, and you find yourself singing it. You follow what I'm saying?
Follow, and I think it also wasn't only the chorus. Okay, for those that don't know music, the chorus is like you get back to the chorus, you sing a stanza or so, and then the chorus is often repeated, right, a few times in the song that you remember that. But these songs that I'm talking about had words, lots of important words, Marvin Gaye words, Smokey Robinson words.
Mickey Stevenson is my brother.
Aretha. I mean, you have songs that will live in the history of life.
You said it absolutely correct, but that was the life. You know what I mean? The words come from the life we were living. You follow me?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it wasn't easy to do it. Let's just say it came natural to them, which was part of the gift. I would have auditions. I would audition maybe 20, 25 people every week. And when they come in, once they start, I knew then, thank you, but no thanks. I had a kind of nice way of saying it, of course. And then somebody will come in with some lines, and the voice may not be great, but the song has words in it that just grab you. You know. So I would say, I won't sign you as a singer, but I'll take you as a writer. And they say, well, yeah, but I want to be a singer. I said, okay, you may get to that, but right now, those words, those lyrics, where you coming from? I like that. Now let me team you up with another writer. You guys can get together and go. Now I may get around to you recording you as an artist, but right now I'll sign you as a writer. Now some would walk away and some would stay.
How do you nicely say to somebody, maybe this isn't the right career for you?
I had a problem with that earlier in my early stages of auditioning, I guess is a better word for it, which was not my thing, but I had to find artists and writers and whatever. So I'm forced into audition anyway. But I was kind of bold or cruel with it, not intentionally. I didn't know how to handle it. You come up, the person would come up and they start singing and they sound terrible. And I would say, no, thank you very much, but who told you could sing? I go like that, you know what I mean?
Well,
And they say, my family or my friends, and they want me to sing all the time. And I say, ain't nothing happening right here. Well, I didn't know how to say that in a nice way.
how do you
I
say
had to
it?
learn to say.
All
I
right.
had to learn to say without hurting someone's feelings or whatever. And like I'm not the last word in your voice, but I would say, I think you ought to go get some lessons or something like that.
That's a soft way, a nice way, a positive way to say, you need a little more work of what you're doing.
Actually, I wish I knew how to say it like that in the beginning. Sometimes the people say to me, "Man, who you think you are?"
Let me ask you, this is an updated musical commentary and beautiful as far as I'm concerned on television. We have music on television again. There was like Cal Burnett and Sonny and Cher and Glenn Campbell. Like Tina Turner came into the studios in Television City. We had music in the old day. You had Ed Sullivan. You had music. Then we had a lull. We had a lull on television in the world, right? But now music is a hot item, isn't it? I mean, The Voice and America's Got Talent. What do you think about those shows?
Well, I think it's hot. I think it's the young people today, and I say that because I have sons and daughters and all that, but they're in a whole nother place mentally, and you have to really reach them. They'll take a song for a minute and like for me the groove, or I say the pocket. But if the words don't come across right for them, they walk away. And when the words could be right for them, the pocket may not be so important, but the words are exciting. The world is just keeps revolving in a whole nother place. And some of the writers today have great lyrics. I mean, they really are saying something, really saying something. And you got to be either in that place to listen or you don't want to hear it at all, which means that's the way you're living as an individual. See, it's a whole nother world going on.
There you go. So sing it from the heart. All right, that's a beautiful thing. I'm a heart kind of a guy. Actually, I have a heart behind me. Not in this picture with our peace day because I wanted to share that. But normally I have a heart behind me. I might even find the heart, put it up. Tell me about Singing from the Heart. What is it?
Singing from my heart. That's the musical that I'm doing, which is, and to me, it's incredible. It brings out all the ladies singers that had the roughest time, but they had the ambition and the heart to keep going. And they all made it. But the times that they went through as artists was difficult. And they stayed with it because of singing it from the heart, coming from inside out. And each one of them were incredible. Billie Holiday, Josephine Baker, Dinah Washington, Mahalia Jackson, Bessie Smith, Dorthy Dandridge, Eartha Kitt, Lena Horne. I mean, they went through some incredible things and stayed with it. When I started writing, I had four at one time. And then as I read about the four and read about another one, I said, wow, she was great. How did she do that? But I kept going and going, and I ended up with like about eight or nine. I said, let me stop right here because I can keep going.
There's
But
always
they were
part
really
two.
great.
What we're talking about here, Sing It from the Heart, is a new musical that you're working to bring to Broadway and other cities here in America.
So I want to tour it around the country and take it to Broadway. Also to make a unique film because these ladies were just incredible against all odds. At that point, the system wasn't interested in women singing. They weren't interested in doing anything but having babies and cooking. So they had a real battle going. They had a real battle coming through this industry, and they all made it. I mean, big time, big time.
Oh, big time. These are, how household names for people that haven't even been involved with music. People know these names and they know them in a beautiful way. Someone sent me some stuff about Azusa. What is that show?
Azusa, in 1906, minister named William Seymour, the Holy Spirit came into his church, and people came from all over the country, starting with a few, where William Seymour would heal them. As a matter of fact, it got so powerful, the spirit of that room around the grounds was so powerful. When people walk in with crutches, they would throw them down and start walking. Now, it sounds impossible. In the Bible, in the upper room with Christ, it happened. When I heard about it, the Japanese called me in and asked me to bring this moment back. And they gave me a lot of books and all that, explaining it to me because I had no idea it existed. And they were explaining it to me. And they said, well, go look it up for yourself. And I started my research and I found that people came from all over the world. They started with a few people, like a person would come in crutches. The next day, when he leaves the church, he's walking without the crutch. He say, well, where's your crutches? They left him in, and they start speaking to each other in tongues in another language. And then somebody, after you come in as a German or as a Hispanic person, you could speak. I could understand you. You could understand me. I'm speaking another. It was just unbelievable, and they were being healed. They would go back, others would come. It kept going and going. It's because the Pentecostal group of people it grew from a few hundred to maybe about 700,000 people. And churches all come from that Pentecostal movement. No race, creed, or color to this. People, period. I was amazed. Once I started studying and doing my homework, I said, wow, this is incredible. I even went to a couple of churches that were really into the Pentecostal dialogue. And I sat there and I could see people speaking and talking in languages that I never heard, but they would understand one another. Saying, this is it's heavy. It's heavy. At any rate, when I went back to the meeting, the ministers, I said, okay, I'm going to work with this, but I'm going to do it as a musical. And they said, well, why? I said, because with music, I can draw people into the theater to attention. Then I can give them the real story. And they said, okay, you got it. I said, hold it now. How long have you been trying to get this moment back? They said, for about 10 years. I said, okay, I don't want none of your suggestions, none of your ideas. I do it my way or I won't touch it. They said to me, okay. Then I asked them, I said, why did you call me? I mean, we're in Hollywood. You got the best writers, producers, directors in the world here. Why me? And he said to me, we knew what you did at Motown and all the things you did after Motown. And everything you learned was for this reason.
Wow.
That took my breath away. I didn't know what to say. I had to excuse myself from the table and walk away and pull myself together. That was like, wow. You know what I mean?
A miracle moment
Yeah.
that took you your entire life to get to. That's a beautiful thing.
Look it up. Look it up. Or don't hesitate to look it up.
No, I'm going to look it up.
AZUSA.
And I did receive some material on it and read all about it. You know, I know
Isn't that amazing, though?
it's by far. This is what I'd like to do. We're finishing up a big Earth Day broadcast we did, 6.5 hours, Times Square, and that I was hoping that you guys could come in and sing a song, you two, you and your lovely wife, Michelle, and because I enjoyed your singing. I mean, you gave some real professionalism in addition to their professionalism at that concert there at Cal State with the Folk Power group. They were very talented. I was very impressed with that show, and I've been involved with the Asian community for 39 years, and the Chinese put me in business. So I respected their skill and talents, and it was wonderful. And then here comes some soul. I'll go straight out. You know, I'm a musician too. So here comes soul on the stage, you know, the representation. And what do I hear? I hear serious stuff going on there. So I congratulate you for that. I mean, the people right here, right now aren't seeing it. What song did you guys sing?
Can't remember.
It was a duet. Geez, I shouldn't say without me remembering it.
Give me one word, maybe I can give me a lyric.
I know. Maybe Michelle's not there right now, but
Wasn't dancing in the street, was it?
no, it was a romantic song.
What romantic song did we sing? Trying to think.
You and who?
You and me.
You and me. I think it was you and me. It was you and me, right?
I think. I don't know. Yeah. I can't. Oh my God.
You mean at that thing?
Yeah. I can't remember. Oh my wife said, what song was
You
this?
should ask. On your shoulder.
On your shoulder. What was it? Oh, oh boy.
I'm sorry. But it was beautiful. You two showed your love on that stage, and I said, "Oh my God, this is something else." So let me ask you one last question. Then I want to once again remind people. So this book, Motown's First A&R Man presents. This is available
On Amazon.
on Amazon, okay? And I'll tell you, it's great meeting. Looking forward to connecting with the future and do good things. Mickey Road, that's a treasure to me to have you signed it as well. That's kind of you. I really appreciate you and your lovely wife. You are good souls. You make people feel comfortable in 3 seconds. So I can see how you've been such a success at what you do.
Thomas, you raised me up.
You raised me up.
You raised me up.
Right.
Was that it?
What's the name? You raised me up. There you go. You raised me up.
He said, there you go. You raised me up. Yeah.
By Josh Groban, right? He's the original.
Yeah.
He sang that little PBS song, my old Channel 13 days. That was a perfect one, and it was a perfect song for the occasion. So I've asked thousands of people what does peace mean to them, and so, Nikki, what is peace for you? What makes you peaceful?
Peace.
Yeah, peace.
Peace. Well, that's a big word. And for me, at this moment, it really means a smoothness, resolving time, moments in life that you can enjoy being here. That's what it means to me.
Nice.
And every time it can come in, you better grab it and hold it as tight as you can.
I love it. I love you too. Michelle, I love you too. And thanks so much for taking a moment and sharing with us. Can you stick your head into the screen here? Are you rather not?
And she comes with a smile on her face.
Oh, down a little low. One gorgeous woman. All right. You both raised me up. You want to say something? Would you like to share something?
No, just hello. Just hello. Nice to see you. I love what you're doing, love your commitment and what you stand for. And I really love that heart behind you as well.
Every time I ever write to anybody, the last three words I say to them is enjoy every moment. Just
Mm,
exactly what you
mm,
said there, Mickey. Because the moment is it. Let's stick with the moment. The moment is the now, right? Now spelled backwards is one, WON, and we live when we live in the now. We're not wasting our time with the past, the history.
mm.
We're not even, thinking on
That's
that
right.
future is a mystery. It'll come what may. And but today is the present, right? PRESENT. So
Yep, and that's all we have is now, right now, and now, and now.
there you go. Wait a second, that sounds like a song. All right.
Very good. Now you see what I'm talking about. When the
I
words
love
hit,
it.
you say, hey, that's pretty good.
All right, I love you both. Thanks so much.
All right. All right.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Good.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.